indeed. I've been calling Maryland my home all my life, and I know the Maryland lifestyle inside and out. Today, I have the 13 honest pros and cons of Maryland's lifestyle. Look, you're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly with me. I'm telling you. Woo, let's go. If we have not met, my name is Mark A. Ritter, and it's my pleasure to meet you. I'm born, raised in Maryland. More specifically, I grew up in the greater Baltimore area out in Reisterstown. Love my Reisterstown. Today, we're getting down and dirty. We're going to talk about the Maryland lifestyle. Listen, Maryland has a prime East Coast location and is forever known as the gateway to the Midwest due to the Chesapeake Bay and, of course, the Port of Baltimore. Look, we got no time to waste here. We got a lot of ground to cover, folks. The first pro for living in Maryland, top-notch public education. I'm telling you. You can check it out on niche.com. Check it out on greatschools.org. Maryland consistently ranks among the best states for public education. No joke whatsoever. The higher education standards, of course, are set by infamous Johns Hopkins University, University of Maryland. You have the premier tech school in UMBC, Towson University, top 50 best public universities, Wall Street Journal, and of course, top HBCU, Morgan State. They set the standard for education throughout the state of Maryland. Howard County, #1 in Maryland, top 20 nationally for public schools. Montgomery County, any given day, it could be #1, could be #2, depending on the moment. Top ranked in the nation, Montgomery schools. But you also got Baltimore County, Carroll County, Harford County, all day long, Frederick County. I can keep going on and on about our public schools, but you check it out on niche.com, greatschools.org. That's real about Maryland. #2 on the list for pros of Maryland lifestyle, strong job economy. Oh my God, I could go on and on and on about this, but I won't. Look, Maryland's unemployment rate is 2.5%. That is stupid. That's ridiculous. Over 30,000 people relocated to Maryland last year alone. That number is increasing because of the jobs in healthcare. Johns Hopkins Healthcare, University of Maryland, MedStar, Lorient, Kaiser Permanente. How about this? Anything related to tech in Maryland, you got quantum tech, you got cybersecurity. Columbia, Maryland has the largest cybersecurity firm in the U.S., Tenable. Check that out. See, you got to understand, Maryland surrounds the largest cyber center in the world, Washington, D.C. So Baltimore's peninsula in Baltimore City is slated to become the Silicon Valley for cybersecurity on the East Coast. No joke. Big time employment here. Public administration, government jobs, they're everywhere. You got federal agencies surrounding the D.C. area, and they're all in Maryland. And you also have, of course, the state of Maryland with their state agencies all throughout, the Annapolis area. Private sector, is exploding. The opportunities out there, you got to check it out. The Baltimore was designated just last year in October 2023 as a federal tech hub. There's over $1 billion at stake or available for research dollars in the Baltimore area. So between Baltimore, D.C., surrounding that area, big time jobs. You want a job? You got a job. #3 on the list for living in the state of Maryland. Love this. Diverse landscapes. Oh, jeez. Help me. Look, we got country, acreage style living from the eastern shore to Carroll County out to Frederick County. You got farmlands throughout the Piedmont region with mountain views. Come on, yeehaw, baby. Talk to me. You got ocean. My Baltimore accent, sorry. You got Ocean City. You got Maryland has the largest estuary in America, the Chesapeake Bay. Hunting, fishing, sailing, boating, crabbing. You name it, it's at your disposal. Look, if you're not into the seashore, though, get on out to Western Maryland. You got the Appalachian Mountains. Deep Creek Lake is absolutely beautiful. Hiking, camping, mountain biking, stargazing. Nate, it's a natural wonderland out there in Western Maryland. Look, Maryland has the rural, it's got the suburban lifestyle, it's got the waterfront lifestyle, I love that. Got the mountain lifestyle, and what's cool about it, everything's always within 2 or 3 hours of one another. So I'm telling you, whatever you desire, it's there. To say the least, Maryland has a diverse landscape. We got landscape diversity. You got to know this. Look, so you know, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you. We love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Look, purchasing a home, moving about, relocating, it's the biggest investment you're ever going to make in your life, and we got you covered. Number 4 on the list of pros, proximity to Washington, D.C. Ha, please. With only a short drive away. If you're in Baltimore, 30 minutes, 40 minutes away, you can do a train ride. They have all kind as far as MARC train goes down to D.C. all the time, back and forth to Baltimore. Look, when you're located next to D.C., the world of opportunity and experiences just open up. You got historic landmarks down in D.C., world-class museums, cultural events, off the hook, shopping at City Center. Psst, please. They got Gucci and all that. Love City Center down in D.C. But professionally, D.C. means you're going to be near the hub of federal agencies, as I mentioned before, nonprofits, a myriad of organizations, fantastic career opportunities, especially in politics, law, international relations, being close to D.C. Personally, that blend of tranquility in Maryland and that fast-paced environment down in D.C. is one of the biggest advantages of living in Maryland. Work in D.C., live in the Maryland area, because Maryland's a hell of a lot cheaper than D.C. I'm telling you. The 5th pro for Maryland's lifestyle. Look, the cons are coming. I know you want to hear about that. Anyway, Maryland's diverse. We talked about the diverse landscape, but what about the people? Maryland's population is a tapestry of diversity. I love that. I love that about Maryland. Tapestry of diversity. 30% African American, 10 to 15% Hispanic or Latino, 6% Asian. I just love the diversity that we have surrounding us throughout Maryland. It just brings out the culture to learn. You got traditions, the languages, the dynamite cuisine. Look, I'm not an adventurer as far as food, but you have that at your disposal if you want to try new things. Tons of festivals, though, based on the different cultures here in Maryland. Maryland is the 5th most diverse state in the U.S., according to U.S. News and World Report. Love that. The 6th All-Pro for Maryland lifestyle. Access to quality health care. This might be too much for you to handle. I'm just telling you straight up. Excellent health care throughout Maryland. Johns Hopkins Hospital, world renowned. Do I need to say anything more? But I will. Look, University of Maryland Medical System, unbelievably rated. Catastrophic care, you go to shock trauma, one of the best in the nation. Shock trauma, you got to check that out. Look, let me feed you more from a mental health care. Look, mental health care is real. Baltimore's Shepherd Pratt was founded in 1853 and has led the charge in psychiatric care for generations. And it's in the Baltimore area consistently. Shepherd Pratt consistently ranks in the top 10 for mental health care facilities, hospitals in all of America. How about this? Maryland's unique all-payer model, the only such program in the nation, a price-setting mechanism in which all third parties pay the same price for the services at any given hospital, keeping costs lower than the national average. It's affordable health care. I know that's an oxymoron alert, affordable health care, but it's true. Look, this means for you as residents here in the state of Maryland, it means better access to preventive care services, regular checkups, specialized care, and it contributes to overall better health outcomes for a quality life. Healthcare in the state of Maryland is no joke. Look, I don't ask for anything, but I need your help. Look, if you want to hear about a specific area or more about a specific topic, reach out to me. I love hearing from y'all, please. Also, if you like the content, just hit the like button and please share with other people, because that's how we spread the truth with what we're putting out there. So help me. The 7th pro as to why you should seriously consider the state of Maryland lifestyle. Maryland is steeped in history. I love that about this. I mean, we take it for granted. Maryland's one of the original 13 colonies. We're the OG, baby. There's a wealth of historic landmarks, cobblestone streets down in Annapolis, Civil War battlefields like Antietam Battlefield out in the Frederick County, hollow ground. 23,000 casualties in one day, and you can go experience that. In December, they light the whole 23,000 candles in the field, and it will take your breath away. I just got goosebumps. I just love the Civil War history. Now, how about Baltimore? Baltimore's Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine, you know, where the Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key. You have it all. Civil War. You got Revolution. You know, Maryland is history. But it isn't just about the major historical sites. Even our smaller towns, there's tons of museums, churches, buildings that date back centuries. There's all kind out in Westminster, Carroll County. You can find all kind of information about the Civil War and the troops passing through on their way to Gettysburg. Living in Maryland, it's going to give you a connection to the past. And let me say this. If you don't know where you come from, you'll never get where you're going. Aha, the number 8, the grade 8. It's the food scene, especially the seafood. Maryland is famous for their blue crabs. So we have crabs all day long. Crab cakes, crab balls, crab au gratin, Chesapeake fillet, which is crab on top of the fillet. Get my drift? It's all crabs. And of course we have, infamous hot steam crabs. Woo! Love me some hot steam crabs. It's about getting together. If you don't like this crabs, it's about getting together and sharing time with friends and family. Love the summer in crabs. Anyway, besides the crabs, we got delicious rockfish. You got oysters, clams, just tons of seafood throughout the Maryland community. And remember, we talked about the cultural diversity. So we have all kinds of different cuisine here and restaurants galore throughout the Maryland area. Phenomenal Italian food down in Baltimore's Little Italy. You can check out the Ethiopian restaurants in Silver Spring. The phenomenal Indian restaurants too. I love them. Never had any Ethiopian, but I might try it. Nah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, one thing for certain though, look, you're not going to go hungry here in Maryland, and you're going to like it. The seafood, the crab, it's awesome. I know this is your favorite part. Look, this ain't no kumbaya. I'm not your standard, typical realtor. I'm going to give you the disadvantages of living in Maryland. Maryland's no different. You're going to get it. The first con for living in Maryland, it's the high cost of living. Look, I lived here all my life, so I'm kind of like, it is what it is. But Maryland, with its prime East Coast location, you got to pay to play. You got to. The state of Maryland consistently ranks in the top for most expensive states to live. The average home price in Maryland is closer to $400,000. And listen, you got to do your research because there are areas throughout Maryland where you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck. So keep that in mind. Neighborhoods, any of the neighborhoods closer to DC, like Howard County or Montgomery counties, your average home prices, they're going to be upwards of close to $500,000 to $75,000. Prime example of location, because Howard County is nestled between that Baltimore and DC prime location. Montgomery County abuts Washington, DC, so it's just prime. So you're going to pay again. Got to pay to play, folks. Groceries, transportation, utilities are definitely, they're going to run higher here in the Maryland community. No doubt about that. I heard one of the talking heads last week state that the cost of groceries over the last 3 years nationally have risen 30%. That's insane. Man, that's crazy. Here's another one as far as a negative. Maryland's higher tax burden, please. That's real. Absolutely true. The taxes in Maryland are the biggest disadvantage. I'm going to tell you straight up. Property taxes are steep. The combined local and state tax burden is 11.3%. That's thick. Maryland state and local taxes rank among the highest in the nation. Is what it is. You got to know this stuff, folks. The third con, negative on Maryland as far as the lifestyle, is the extreme weather. Our summers are hot, they're smoking hot with humidity. I'm just going to tell you that. Maryland's winters are unpredictable. They're cold, they're raw, they're dark. It's because of the humidity. It gets in your bones. We could have no snow and then get a foot of snow. Look, I live in northwest Greater Baltimore in the Hunt Valley area, and we haven't seen any snow, anything accumulating wise, in years. But again, it's dark and gloomy during the winter, but it's only 3 months. But I hate winter. Look, I'm immune to it again because I live in the area and it is what it is. But it's only 3 months of the year. We have 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Falls are gorgeous, but summers are going to be hot. It's going to be humid. Winter is just going to be dark, gloomy, raw. Yuck. How about this negative? This is an absolute negative about living in Maryland. Maryland is densely populated. A lot of people. Top 10 in the U.S. The high population density, especially in the urban areas like Baltimore or the suburbs around Washington, D.C., can definitely lead you to a feeling of being overcrowded at times. There's no doubt about that. Personally, I feel that more around the D.C. area, but, Baltimore Beltway, and we're going to chat about that in a second, it gets crowded. So the dense population, lots of people, it affects everything from schools to public services, and it increases that competitive edge required for living in Maryland. That's a fact, that dense population. This is absolutely no surprise here. Traffic, hate it. Notoriously bad, and there's not enough Tylenol on some days. Look, you got to plug into a podcast because if you get up on the 295, the BWI Expressway at 4:30 in the afternoon or 2:30, you better bring yourself some pills. I'm telling you, it's horrible. Traffic on the Capitol Beltway, rough. Oh, it's rough. The collapse of the Key Bridge outside of Baltimore on the east side, the Baltimore Beltway 695, it's going to make you pull your hair out. Me too. It will. Hate the traffic. Look, the positives outweigh the negatives, in my opinion, regarding the state of Maryland and lifestyle. But you make that decision. Look, to help you more as far as moving about or relocating to the state of Maryland, check out our next video regarding the #1 place to live in Maryland, Columbia. Woo! Number 13 nationally. Love you, Baltimore. Let's go.